Hey guys, my name is Mason Sweden.
And I'm Marshall Sweden. And today we're going to be talking to you about a supplement called Hydroxycut. It is relatively new to the shelves of pharmacies with the new ingredients in it. It came out in 2004 and was loaded with ephedra, which according to University Health News did cause some severe stress on the circulatory system. And since ephedra was made illegal in 2009, we found out that it's just become mainly caffeine, and the chemical formula states it's just 200 milligrams of caffeine, so it's around your just an average amount of cup of coffee. But essentially, what Hydroxycut is it's a weight loss supplement that uses the effects of caffeine and other things like green bean extract and some other herbs and stuff to raise your heart rate, so you can lose weight by increasing the amount of calories you burn because your heart rate's increased. However, if you're eating in caloric excess, you're still not going to lose weight. It's not a miracle drug by any means, and so you're not going to lose weight because you're still eating in caloric excess. So to lose weight, you need to maintain a proper diet and nutrition based on the research that has been done on it. There's really no conclusive study that it does work. However, there was one study that isn't peer-reviewed and did not state the location or time period. However, it was proven in that study. I say proven very loosely because, again, there is no location or peer review, so it's kind of still needs studying and to be said. So evidence-wise, no, it does not work since there's no conclusive study. However, from people's personal reflections, it does work and is worth the price. So it really depends on if the user wants to go science-based or personally reflection-based. Because if we're talking about other people using it and seeing what it does with other people's lives, it can work for how you are using it in your lifestyle. But according to Hydroxycut itself, there was a study that people taking the pill lost an average of 3.7 pounds, while those who weren't taking the pill lost an average of 1.5 pounds. However, in this study, it failed to mention the people in 3.7 pounds. It didn't mention their diet, and also didn't mention the diet in the 1.5 pounds or their lifestyles. And so the amount of workouts they did or the amount of exercise they partook in, it didn't mention that. And so the study that Hydroxycut itself did is kind of void in its means because there's no concrete evidence on how it worked.
Okay, so precautions and risks, there are actually quite a bit of risks associated with this drug. Due to the high amounts of caffeine, it can put a lot of pressure on internal body structures, such as your heart. It can wear down your muscles. It can make you tired. It can wear down on your brain by overacting those adenosine receptors. Due to this, people often have to stay away from it because a lot of people can't take the amount of caffeine. But according to Livestrong, people that have taken this medication for extended periods of times are at risk for developing liver toxicity and things like IBS because of the way the drug works. It's just severely caffeine, which is actually pretty toxic to the body. The pharmacists at local pharmacies usually recommend staying away from any of these products, as they know that the only way to actually lose weight is by diet and exercise. And that is the proper way to lose weight. You won't go anywhere without diet and exercise. This is not a drug that can be maintained for extended periods of time, as people can't keep taking this drug. As the older they get, the more susceptible to caffeine's effects that they will become. This means that if they stop taking the drug, chances are they will put on the weight that they lost originally. Overall, Hydroxycut is a supplement that may one day be beneficial, but right now it's severely understudied and needs to be studied a lot more. It's really not worth the risk of cardiovascular disease and trouble or liver toxicity, as these things can be lifelong diseases and can cause death. This drug is not worth your life. It is not worth being able to be skinny over being able to be unhealthy and have diabetes rather than death. So the product is not considered safe enough to use in everyday lifestyle just because of how understudied it is. Also, it is unsustainable for daily life. You can't go and take these pills every day. The FDA only recommends 400 milligrams of caffeine a day for the average adult. This pill already has 200 milligrams. That's half of that. So if you take 3 pills, you're already exceeding the FDA's regulated minimum of caffeine, or maximum of caffeine, I'm sorry. But that's where people get confused as they start going into more of, I'm going to take more of this because it's really working. I'm going to keep going. But they don't see the part that it's really just increasing the heart rate. It's really just making you more active and making you more easily able to do something instead of just going out in the morning and running at 7 o'clock. Due to this, there needs to be a lot more knowledge before we start taking this as a dietary supplement. It's great if you're going to use it for a short time thing as I need to get up and go and I need to go run for the first week, but after that you should probably stop. Until then, I'd probably talk to a physician about this medication before you actually get onto it, as they will know a lot more about it. Overall, it is a thumbs down, and I would stay away from it until further evidence. And these are our references, and that actually is it.